Today's a very special episode. Today was the NBA trade deadline, and it was one of the craziest deadlines in recent memory. Probably the craziest of the last 10 years. So today, we're going to talk about all of that. Every trade that went down, or at least the important ones. Donovan, where do we start?
Man. It's crazy.
Bro, we obviously start with Kevin Durant. I was asleep whenever this happened. So like,
dude,
I woke up. Mo was the only one out of us two that was actually up. And so yes. I wake up with like 5 texts from Mo, and he's like, "We have to pod right now. It's an emergency. Let's go." So like, but that's clearly like the biggest domino that we have to talk about.
Hey, I dedicate my life to this podcast. I was working graveyard hours, making sure we do. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on IG, in my bag. And
Facts.
I go ahead and I was watching whatever game was on. I go to bed, and then all of a sudden it's like 1 a.m. or 1:20 a.m.
Thinking about the pod.
I'm on Twitter. I'm like, the fuck is going on? I see KD to the Suns. Bro, I get out of my fucking bed half naked, watch TV in the living room as if like the USA was getting an atomic bomb. I was so close to the TV, like 5 minutes away.
Listen, it was an NBA, it was a Woj bomb, as they would say.
It was an insane bomb.
For those who don't know, Kevin Durant, the trade that happened in the middle of the night, dead of night, everyone was sleeping. The Suns received Kevin Durant and TJ Warren, and the Nets received McCall Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round picks, and a pick swap.
Yeah, 2028
absolute haul.
Yeah.
Where do we begin? How do you guys feel about it from the Suns' perspective, receiving KD?
You win. Like
for the Suns,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's as simple as playing. You get Kevin Durant, and you didn't have to give up DeAndre Ayton, and now you have kind of this like big 3.5 to go.
3.5.
Listen, whoever's the half, if it's Ayton, if it's Chris Paul, they have 3.5 stars
it's
on
three
that.
Combined. 3 combined.
Exactly. So, whatever you have there, and you get Kevin Durant, who's playing like an MVP whenever he was healthy. You have Devin Booker, who's playing outstanding whenever he was healthy, and you instantly get vaulted to the top of the conference in terms of expectations. You should be in the Western Conference Finals, and I think that's kind of like the best case scenario for them.
What do you think, Mo?
Shout out to their goddamn owner who's been in charge for like
24 hours,
3 days, and he's like, "I want Kevin Durant. Give me Kevin Durant," and it happened. He wasted no time. And
what's his name? He's the man.
Trade for the Suns, and it's like right when everyone thought that their window was ending, was when the window was closing. That's when they rise. I don't want to say rise back top to the West, but in my mind, they probably
that's what they did. Yeah,
like they might have the best starting 5 in the Western Conference. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
We don't gotta say might. They clearly do. They just added Kevin Durant. Like, what are we talking about? When they were healthy, they were the 2 seed, and they added Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And they have DeAndre Ayton, and something that I kind of wanted them to do was like, maybe you should go ahead and trade DeAndre Ayton for like some death or whatever. But regardless of the fact, they are fantastic, and they're taking care of not only for now, but the next 4 years you have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Yeah. That is insane.
Yeah. And it's interesting, like, obviously talent-wise, his team is absolutely stacked, but he fits so well with how they play. Like, as you know, for the past couple of years, they're just the mid-range gods. They take the least amount of threes and the least amount of rim shots in the NBA and somehow have the top offense in the league every year when they're healthy. And now they have Kevin Durant. We've applauded Bridges a lot in the past 2 years because he's kind of come into his own as a secondary ball handler. He can catch, it's not just 3-and-D anymore. He can catch it from the three-point line, run into a side pick and roll, do a little bit, hit these mid-range jumpers. Imagine those plays, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton pick and roll. They kick it out to the wing, but this time instead of McCall Bridges attacking, it's Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
like the fit is so perfect,
poison, bro. Pick your poison.
It's crazy.
You got KD on the elbow and D Book. Like I couldn't. Yeah. This is just absurd.
It's fire. It's fire too because now you don't have to rely on Chris Paul, who's clearly like declined, and Chris Paul's averaging less than 14 points a game. You now don't have to rely on him to pick up the slack and be the secondary scorer. And he can really, really just focus on getting all the assists his heart desires. He can pass as much as he wants. He can be the floor general. And I promise you, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant will not be mad that they have to take 25 mid-range shots a night. Like, they're going to be just fine.
They'll be ecstatic.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
So question I have for y'all, do you think they're the best team in the West now?
No.
Who's better?
I still think that the Denver Nuggets are better. I think Denver.
You think MPJ is stopping Kevin Durant?
Well, Aaron Gordon, but yeah.
Do you think Do you think that DeAndre Ayton or Bismack Biyombo is stopping Nikola Jokic?
Nope.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
not happening. Jokic is rolling out of bed, getting 40, 10, and 10 on the Suns. And the same thing that happened 2 years ago when they had nobody to stop Giannis, the same thing is going to happen this year. They don't have an interior presence good enough to stop Jokic. Listen, nobody in the league does, right? So like I'm not like that's not like a huge knock. But
Ayton's a solid post defender though. Ayton's like a solid matchup for what you would hope.
He's the best chance, but like Jokic is arguably the most unstoppable player.
Yeah, I agree. I will say though, they desperately do need that interior defense you talked about, and as Kevin Durant's gotten older, he's become a solid weak side shot blocker.
He's been great.
So him having that secondary rim protection is going to be a good fit for them defensively, which I think most people aren't thinking about. But like, Kevin Durant's defense is a relevant factor in this trade, which is weird because we never would have said that 3-4 years ago. But he's really stepped up on that end weirdly as he's gotten older.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. So you picked the Nuggets. Would you agree they're second, or at least second or first, Mo?
The Suns?
Yeah, in the conference.
I would say, they're probably one of the 3 favorites because like the Lakers just restructured their whole entire team.
Relax.
LeBron averaged fucking like 33 this year.
We'll get to them. We'll get to them for sure.
So it's like I don't know. That's too much, but they're definitely top 3. They're top 3 for sure.
Relax. But yeah, I hear you. So yeah, the question now is the Suns are clearly, when they make this trade, their goal is to get Kevin Durant and be in immediate title contention. The question I have for you, they gave up Bridges, they gave up Cam Johnson. They're 2 starting forwards, so you're losing forward depth. And Jay Crowder's out, but they got TJ Warren back, so that helps a little bit.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, I know, fucking okay. But yeah, so I'm just saying they got rid of 3 wings for 2, and 4 first-round picks is a lot for a team that's built around 2 34, 35-year-olds with injury history. Who knows how many years they're going to be them for? What do you think about what they gave up long term? Do you think this would be a worthwhile gamble?
Do it. It's Kevin Durant is easily, in whatever way you want to put it, he's one of the 7 best players in the world, and he was in MVP conversations before he was injured. The Brooklyn Nets started out stupid slow at the start of the season, and he elevated like that entire organization with his play on both ends of the court. So this is they did the perfect thing that a lot of NBA teams are scared to do, which is gamble on themselves and just like make the bet at the right time because you're never going to have another opportunity like this. Let's be honest.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, yeah, it's just that's a lot to give up. Do you guys see it working is what I should say. Let me not say that. What makes this trade a positive and what makes them win? Is it winning a championship or nothing?
It's championship or bust for the Suns now.
Okay.
If you don't trade for Kevin Durant mid-season if you're not expecting to get a championship. You made the finals 2 years ago. They were the number 1 seed last year, had the little COVID outbreak or got beat by Luka in the second round. It's a very disappointing season. Everybody's expecting them now to make the finals and to win it, right? Like if you have Kevin Durant, you have to win the finals, especially if you have a competent team around him. Yeah. That's what we were talking about with the Nets 2 weeks ago when everything was good. So yeah, I'm gonna go over to a West, which is wide freaking open.
Couldn't be wider.
It's a slaughter fest.
Now it's low key an arms race now. A lot of teams saw that wide openness.
It's not as wide. It's a slaughter fest. It's not wide open. Completely
slaughter fest.
Yeah, it's a slaughter fest in the West right now.
By the Nuggets?
Huh?
What do you mean slaughter fest?
Yeah.
Like meaning like it's so fucking crowded in the West. I wouldn't say it's wide open at all, regardless.
No, that's why it's wide open. That's why it's wide open.
Yeah, wide open just means there's a lot of people that can win it.
Yeah.
That like it's anybody's game because there's no clear cut one team that's better than the rest. There's 4 or 5 teams that could all beat the top team for all we know.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, we're on the same page.
Before we get back to the pod, we're going to take a quick break to tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy, the best and easiest way to get in on fantasy sports. And it's super simple to get in on the action as well. All you have to do is hit higher or lower on your favorite or least favorite players' stats for the night. That's exactly what Isaac did here, putting his faith in LeBron James to have a big night on Tuesday and break the scoring record. And he won some money out of it. And you can do the same thing too. Pick between 2 and 5 players and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night of hoops. And if you sign up today with promo code TD3, Underdog will double your deposit up to $100. And even though we're a basketball pod, there's still ways for you to get in on the action in other sports. The big game is on Sunday. And you can take advantage of Underdog's Big Game Pick'em special. It's available to new and existing users, and you can either use the free square or you can get the special pick, which only requires you to get higher than 0.5 total yards for Jalen Hurts, which is as much of a lock as it can be. So if you want to sign up today using promo code TD3 and get playing with Underdog Fantasy today.
So we all agree it's a worthwhile bet for the Suns because how can you not, right? Like their window is going to be close to being closed without him. Now he revives it. Let's talk about the Nets because,
God,
like we said 2 weeks ago, the Nets were looking solid. Their season was revived. Last pod episode, we were talking about teams we're right and wrong about.
Yeah,
we were right about the Nets for having faith in them.
Yeah,
boy, me and Donovan are fucking idiots. We were wrong as shit again. Like this shows us we should never trust Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and gloat about being right about them because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
This is exactly what we said. This is exactly what we said, though. We said best case scenario, they can win a championship. And if everything goes wrong, they're going to be out of the playoffs. And everything has happened for the Nets this year. They were terrible and they've been great. And then now they're back to being terrible. We just keep going through the cycle.
They imploded.
It's
exhausting. For those who don't know, if you've been under a rock for the last 6 days, Kyrie Irving requested a trade randomly. It happened like the day after we posted our last episode, so sadly we haven't talked about it yet. But Kyrie Irving is on the fucking Mavericks. Who saw that coming? He wanted to go to the Lakers. There was reports that they didn't want to send him there out of spite because Josiah hates Kyrie Irving's ass,
which I get. By the way, I
hate that.
From Josiah, I like that.
No,
I respect pettiness.
I like that.
I think that's
Mo, I agree with you now because they took a win now. So their way of justifying fucking over the Lakers was that the Mavericks offered them a win now deal where they got Dinwiddie, they got DFS and a pick. So that allowed them to continue to compete around Kevin Durant with these role players. You have to assume they didn't know Kevin Durant was leaving when they accepted that, or else they wouldn't have done that, right?
That's stupid as fuck. You can't assume anything. With Kevin Durant, you can't assume anything. That's where they fucked up at.
No. I 100% believe that if they knew that, even if they knew and even if they didn't know that they were about to trade Kevin Durant, that they were not going to send Kyrie Irving to the Lakers.
Sure, but would they have taken this Mavs offer with win now players and less picks? I doubt it.
I mean, who else was giving deals like
Suns.
that?
The Suns are after him.
For Kyrie?
Yeah, their Suns are after him. For something centered around, it was like Jay Crowder, Chris Paul, and a picks and whatever. But even if perhaps they would have we don't want DFS, we want an extra pick or whatever. Like they wouldn't have centered around getting these win now guys back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like clearly there was a little bit of recent development that happened with the Kevin Durant thing.
I think that's just poor management, dude. Like you have to understand who you're dealing with, and you have to know your personnel. And I think that was just a clear ball drop on that one, dude. Like you're trusting the word of Kevin Durant out of every star in the NBA. Him, this dude literally just 6 months ago said he wanted out of your organization.
We just posted a short too where we're talking about would you rather build around Devin Booker or Kevin Durant long term, and I was like, listen. One thing about Kevin Durant, he's gonna leave his fucking team. Like you cannot trust him. Like he's gonna be out of there. And look at him now; they're teammates.
Yeah, exactly.
But zeroing back in for a second to the Kyrie Irving thing, let's talk about the Mavs' perspective. We'll talk about the Nets as a whole in a second.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Mavs' outlook now that they have Kyrie Irving next to Luka Doncic?
I think short term, it's a bad move. I think they have a good foundation going into next year and the years after that, because then you have a little bit more flexibility with draft capital. You can start surrounding people with you can start surrounding them with people that fit. But in the short term, Dallas already couldn't really guard anybody, and now you have Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and Christian Wood, and you traded away Dorian Finney-Smith. And so now your entire perimeter defense is going to be based on whether or not Reggie Bullock is going to be on that night. And so I think
I'm surprised they didn't make another move.
Yeah, I think for Dallas, they're turning into, and I guess it's not a terrible idea since this team is good, but they're turning into just a better version of the Kings, and they're just leaning.
What a wild comparison! They have Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving.
They are leaning all the way into office. They are acknowledging and saying right now, we're not going to defend anybody. We're going to have to score 130 a night. And so, as for this year, I don't think that style is going to work in the playoffs. I think that that this year it's not going to work out to the way that they want to. But next year, that's the year that we can start having real expectations for this team.
I agree. But one thing is, we're talking about their defense so much worse now. Dorian Finney-Smith was hurt for a lot of the year. Their defense was fine. It was average. And Kyrie's not a worse defender than Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie wasn't some stopper. So, if you're looking at the early season before they had DFS back and just replacing Dinwiddie with Kyrie, the defense isn't that different. You know what I mean?
But like Dinwiddie's a little bit bigger, and even now, like
he's marginal. You know what I mean? Like
he's a little bit bigger, and the fact that like, I think the fact that Finney-Smith got back, and they still had like a chance to be a semi good defense. I think bringing in Kyrie, that 100% leans in, and it's going to be very, very hard to build a competent defense around Doncic, Irvin, and Christian Wood.
Yeah. Okay. Mo, do you think the Mavs can win the championship this year? Answer that simple question.
Yes and no. Okay. It's very that's a very tough question to answer.
That's not an answer.
I can't give you a real answer with that one. Do I think they can win a championship? Yeah, I'm just gonna say yes straight up because they have Luka and now Kyrie.
Yeah, they can, right? Like it's not
they can, but I wouldn't bet my money onto it. I think the Mavs put themselves in a very tough position. Like early on,
nobody should bet their money on Kyrie Irving.
Not only that, but like when it comes to just how they've handled like Luka Doncic and like how good he is already, and they haven't had another chance to pair him up with a second star like the Memphis Grizzlies were able to do, and a lot of young teams what they usually do. And now they kind of put themselves in a position to where this is one of their only options, and this is probably, I don't want to say their last option, but like they're out of picks, and so it's probably this.
No, I wouldn't say they're out of picks.
They're not out of picks, but they're running really, really short on options in the future and flexibility.
This limits their ability to do like all in 5 picks for a star that comes available.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about the Mavs' motivations for this trade. That's a good point. I feel like because everybody knows. Go ahead.
No, you're about to say it for me.
Yeah. So everybody knows Kyrie was a toxic asset for a lot of people in the past offseason when he requested a trade. Apparently, nobody with the Lakers wanted him. And now people kind of talk themselves into it because he's been good this year and there's desperation at the deadline. So the Mavs were like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the fact that they failed to give Luka a second star. They tried the KP thing, didn't work. Now they're trying the Kyrie thing. There's a lot of risk involved.
It's a lot of risk, but they had to take this risk because anybody else that they possibly could have gotten, they're getting outbid by everybody, bro. A lot of teams have way more than them.
Exactly.
So they have to.
And that's why the Lakers should, people are saying Lakers should did it, because it's your best chance to get a star because the buying point is low and there's a very low end outcome possible where it doesn't work out and he tanks his third straight team or fourth straight, but there's also the possibility where he's normal and doesn't go insane.
Or he's normal.
Insane, but doesn't cause an episode and doesn't ruin the team. And then you have a star for cheap. But Donovan mentioned next year they're going to be really good. Next year is not a guarantee for the Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie Irving is an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
If he decides to walk, oh my God, they're fucked.
Yeah.
They got Luka a second star. He just leaves, takes all their assets, so all they have left is some picks and Reggie Bullock. That is a huge, huge negative downside that could potentially happen with a very volatile player.
Yeah, exactly. But another question is like, what else? What could they have done? Was there a better option out there? Because the free agent class this up and coming season is it's ass.
And so, they could have waited this summer. They would have had access to 5 picks. So if the next star becomes available, they could have did the all-in thing the Suns just did and be like, here's all of our young assets, all 5 of our first-round picks. Give us the guy. They could have did that, but I guess because of connection with Jason Kidd, they believe they can rehabilitate Kyrie and make him not tank the team. So how do y'all feel about that risk?
That's not going to happen. I think whether it's going to be this year or 2 years from now. The way that you said, if there's one thing about Kevin Durant, he's going to leave your team. If there's one thing about Kyrie Irving, he's going to ruin your team. That's what he's going to do. And
there's never been a situation where he doesn't ruin his team, not once.
And there's never been a situation where he hasn't lied to the media in the process, saying, "I want to end my career here." Because as soon as you hear that, call up another GM, trade Kyrie because he's about to walk out the door.
Yup, and cash in when it's high. Cash in when it's high, bro. Because
this man is lying to little kids in the city of Cleveland, saying, "I'm going to be here forever," and then walks out the door.
I want a Mav statue next to Dirk's.
Exactly, I can't trust him.
Shameless.
But Mo, if you were the GM of this team, would you have made this trade?
If I was the GM of this team, would I have made this trade? I value flexibility, and I feel like Kyrie Irving is the worst player to trust and the last player in the entire NBA to trust. I'm not trusting his word whatsoever. So personally, no, but I understand it, why they did it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
They're in a very vulnerable position. So
I respect the risk.
Yeah,
the low end risk is that you might lose Luka over this. If you flames out and you have nothing left around him, you can't retool. You might lose a once in a generation star, which maybe you could say that's too much risk to associate with a guy like Kyrie.
Yeah,
but the upside is you get a star for cheap that you would never would have been able to bring in with the assets you had for that caliber of player. And maybe you give Luka what he needs. We saw him last year with no help. Well, he had Brunson. Be able to make it to the conference finals. Maybe Kyrie gets him over the top.
Yeah. Again, they played the Suns.
How funny is it? They played themselves by letting Jalen Brunson walk for nothing. Jalen Brunson this year has been like, 70, 80% of Kyrie, and they could have had him for no assets and kept those picks they traded for Kyrie. What a fucking fumble.
It's mismanagement. This is something that's consistent with Dallas, though, because even with Dirk, they weren't giving Dirk help for years. And so this is something
they try. They just don't get free agents.
This is something that we have seen for decades out of the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know if it's going to work out. I kind of hope for their sake that it does work out, but like we've been saying, I don't trust Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up?
I kind of hope it doesn't work out. I kind of want to see Luka request a trade. I'm not gonna lie.
You just like
man.
Chaos. You like chaos. I kind of want to see Luka be, like a lifer. I like that kind of stuff.
I don't care. Honestly, have you seen those Mavericks jerseys? I have to watch a lot of Luka because he's Luka, and every week I have to watch these Mavericks jerseys that look like they're straight out 2002 because they are, and they haven't changed in 20 years.
Okay. So the Mavericks just need to trade for like a new designer instead of Kyrie Irving.
They did a rebrand, and I'm good.
and then you're fine. But yeah, lifers are cool. Lifers are cool. You guys are terrible. Lifers are fun.
I have Gen Z TikTok brain where I need to see trades, I need to see big news, and have my dopamine hit in my brain. I gotta see it.
Bro, the attention span is kaput these days. Like I need something new every single time. So
you've been on that team for 4 years. Jesus, old man.
We're losing recipes.
Fuck that recipe. The Nets are an interesting spot now. Obviously, much has been said about the biggest failure of all time with his big three. They had 16 games of absolute domination. They were incredible when they had James Harden, Kyrie, and KD.
Sick.
But they had 16 games of them. Utter failure. Complete garbage. The worst big three of all time. But could have been the best big three of all time. And now they have Ben Simmons, Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, McCall Bridges. I will say, they have... Their picks are all owed to the Rockets over the next 5 years.
Oh my God. That's sick,
weird.
Bro.
Lots of picks owed, so they have to remain decent. But have you seen their roster? They're like low-key deep as fuck with just a bunch of good players.
Their roster's deep. They have a lot of fucking wings and 3-and-D people. If they had a star or two on that team, damn, that sucks to say.
It's Cam Thomas.
They have Dinwiddie, Cam Thomas, DFS, McCall Bridges, Ben Simmons, Claxton, Joe Harris, Seth Curry. The list goes on.
Three of them dudes are not going to be there in the offseason. Three of them dudes are getting traded for first-round picks.
They should trade all those dudes for first-round picks.
All you can do is like try to cultivate what you did a couple years ago when they landed D'Angelo Russell and just start from ground up, brick by brick. And this time, don't try to fumble it for the fucking third time in a row like you did back in, I don't know what it was, 2013 or something like that, when they traded for 2012, when they traded for KG, Paul Pierce, and all them dudes. Like, try to do it the right way this time, because now you did it the wrong way and you fell on your face even harder and everyone's looking at you crazy and shit like that. So
and all I'm saying is next year when Ben Simmons is back, we're going to have the Ben Simmons, Bridges, Cam Thomas, big three, and we're taking over the NBA.
Stop that. Ben Simmons, he can't play basketball. I'm out.
No, he'll be fine. He'll get back to something eventually. But yeah, right now he sucks ass.
To what?
But yeah, so they're in an interesting spot, I guess. Like you said, they're back to those D'Angelo Russell days. What an implosion.
That's what Josiah wanted, though. That's what Josiah wanted in the offseason. Josiah was saying that he would rather have like a frisky 42-win team than be held hostage by stars and have like the potential. So Josiah has exactly what he wants.
Yep. And there's one thing he got. It's Frisk right now.
Yep. So he better be happy. This is exactly what he wanted.
Listen, we're 24 minutes into the show. We have to talk about what people are here for. They want to hear about the Lakers.
You want to hear about the Lakers. Are you sure about that?
Go ahead. I'll put my mic down.
I've heard plenty of the Lakers.
I'll put my mic down. You can take it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a nap.
You got this.
All I'm saying is, beginning of this week, when Kyrie Irving requested a trade, I said this is a legacy week for Rob Pelinka. 2 days later, I said this man is Anthony Bennett in legacy games. He failed to get Kyrie, flopped. Everyone was like, this man sucks, fire him. When I say this man put up a triple-double this All-Star break, this trade deadline, Rob Pelinka was in his fucking bag. For those who don't know, Russell Westbrook is finally out of my life, and for that we rejoice and thank our Lord and Savior, Rob Pelinka. He traded, in a three-way trade, he got rid of Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and one first-round pick, just one, and got back D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. Listen, that's a great trade, is it not?
Complete revamp. That's a great trade. I don't think D'Angelo Russell is a fantastic player, but
but he's a good fit.
Fit-wise, he's perfect for what the Lakers are looking for and what they need. Malik Beasley is one of the most lethal role players in the NBA. Jared Vanderbilt, he's on offense, but his defense hasn't been as good in Utah, but he has a reputation of being a good defender. So
they've been using him wrong, though. That's the problem. They've been using him like a help side, like a Giannis role as a 4. He's really a one-on-one perimeter wing defender, and that's what they should use him as in LA. So if they do that, they can unlock him.
Yeah. Will they do that? I don't know, but hey, Lakers fans rejoice, bro. You're up.
Yeah. You know what else is funny? Thomas Bryant requested a trade because he thought he deserved consistent minutes that he's not getting with AD back. So they traded him for 3 second-round picks.
I feel that for Thomas Bryant.
I'll feel for him.
If you work as hard as Thomas Bryant is running wind sprints every play, and he's like, "I'm only getting 15 minutes. Nah, I'm running for something."
He said, "I want this shit.
Trade me to OKC. Trade me to Detroit. Trade me to Houston. I want to go somewhere where I could play." So
he's the backup to Jokic now. How much is he going to play?
Yeah, exactly.
He probably didn't want to go to Denver.
He should have stayed. He should have stayed in Laker land, bro.
Facts. On top of that deal, the Lakers also traded Patrick Beverley and 1 second-round pick that they got from the Thomas Bryant deal.
That's fantastic.
For Mo Bamba, a backup center who can shoot and block shots and play with AD.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's fantastic. They got the 2 point guards who can't shoot, who are just supposed to be vibes guys, and don't like their vibes are not even like all that.
Yep.
And actually got NBA like rotational players. So
facts.
Shout out to the Lakers.
Trade. Bro, so the roster we're looking at now for them is for point guard. Let's go starting 5. They're probably going to do D'Lo, Reeves, Braun, Vanderbilt, Davis. Your second unit is Dennis, Malik Beasley, Rui Hachimura.
It's nice.
Who's a backup 4? Who am I missing? Who am I not thinking of?
There's Walker. What's his name?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Throw Walker in there.
We are blanking as a pod.
Why am I blanking? There's somebody else I'm not thinking of. Okay, but either way, them and then Mo Bamba as your backup 5.
Yeah.
That is a respectable lineup to put around LeBron and AD, which we couldn't have said weeks ago. Weeks ago, they were the smallest team in the NBA. They had lineups with Kendrick Nunn, Patrick Beverley, and Russell Westbrook at the same time. Fucking kill me. And now all of them are gone, and they have size. They're young.
You think about Troy Brown?
Yes.
Troy Brown. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Troy Brown's the other wing. So yeah, they have size. They're big. They can shoot. They're young. Thank God. We're not going to repeat of last year. We had all these old fucks. What is your current outlook for this new look Lakers team?
We'll see.
Will they make the play-in?
I don't know. I'm still cautious. I think to get into the play-in, you're gonna have to be somewhere around 500.
They're 2 games out of it right now.
Out of 500 or out of the 10?
Out of the play-in. The play-in.
Yeah, there's like they're 5 games under 500 right now.
And they're going to get smacked by the Bucks tonight, so it's assumed they're going to be 6 games under 500 with 26 games left.
Yeah, so they would have to go 16-10 to get to 500. I will say, though, they have a favorable schedule in the last, kind of week and a half of the season. They play, I think, over the last 26 games. They have 2 games against the Rockets. They have 2 games against the Jazz. They have some games that they can actually 100% go and win, right? So I think, and I think that there's one. I was looking at the schedule earlier. There's one more game that I would count as an automatic win for them. So I think that for them to make the play-in, they're gonna have to go 500 ball basically. And I just don't know. I just don't know. They have to play the Warriors a couple times. The Grizzlies still on the schedule.
Yeah,
but Steph is hurt.
It's tough.
Steph is hurt, so I wouldn't worry about that. But off the bat, I think they definitely do make it because if I look at the list of teams in the Western Conference right now, I think are
the Blazers holding on to that spot? I fucking think not.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but the Thunder might take it.
I'm not worried about the Thunder. The Thunder are going to shut down and try to get into the lottery and try to get Wemby by any force of nature.
You say that now. And when it's the last game of the season and Shea's putting up 35 and you need
I'll
them
fucking
to lose,
cry myself to sleep.
Sick.
That's what's going to happen. I think the Thunder still have a chance to make
They do. I was kidding. The Thunder are nice. They just beat the fucking Lakers. It was embarrassing on fucking LeBron night, which we didn't talk about. Shout out LeBron. Our GOAT broke the scoring record. We all knew it was going to happen. It was beautiful to see. Not much to say about it, but it was gorgeous.
But yeah.
Shout out to your GOAT.
So I believe that during the second half of this season, LA is going to be better than OKC, Utah Jazz, of course, the Portland Trail Blazers. They're such a depressing team. I think they're going to be better than the Warriors because of the Steph injury, and the Warriors didn't really make any moves at all other than bringing Gary Payne Jr. back home, but that's like a whatever. And I think they're better than Minnesota. They're definitely better than the New Orleans Pelicans because there's just too much injuries going on right there. And I don't know what's going on with the Clippers, but they might be better than them. So
yeah. So you think that the Lakers get up to 6?
I think they can get up to 7 confidently, without a doubt. 6 probably,
I think
but
they're good enough.
7
but they just have too much. They have too much space to make up.
That's like 4 games in 26 games. Like that's tough.
Yeah, a lot of the West got better, and the teams that I just listed didn't get better whatsoever. They made no moves. No real moves.
Let's talk about the fit with these new players specifically, because we all think they're consensus. They have potential to make it to the play-in range, but it's gonna be hard to get into the top 6. But it's doable if they just go fucking nuts. But hard to imagine that because it's gonna take time for these players to gel together. But we all think that eventually they can be a quality team. So how do you feel about D'Angelo Russell's fit with this team? First off,
I think he fits. I think anybody who can shoot the basketball fits with LeBron James.
Naturally.
And
that's
so
the
like
bare minimum.
And when you don't have and I've tried to defend Russell Westbrook as much as possible, but when you don't have Russell Westbrook actively taking 10 points off the board every night with missed layups, you're gonna be in more games. Like so, I think like if D'Angelo Russell can make 2 layups and hit 1 3, he's gonna be a net positive for them. So Malik Beasley, shooter, he fits right. Like you have guys that are going to be able to space the floor a lot more for LeBron to drive in. Anthony Davis is going to have a little bit more room to work down low. Like this is good for the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of skeptical about D'Angelo Russell and whether or not he'll be able to like live up to the expectation that he has because in Minnesota,
what is that expectation? I don't even know. What's the expectation to you?
I don't know. Like, I think a lot of Lakers fans are thinking him as if like he's a savior now when he's not that whatsoever. I see a whole bunch of Lakers fans taking a look at his screenshotting his stats for the season. I think he's averaging like 19 points, which I didn't think he was averaging whatsoever.
Shooting 40% from 3. He's been nice.
He's been alright, but whenever I watch the Minnesota Timberwolves,
he's had a good season.
For the most part, he's been disappointing. I wouldn't say he's having a good season. Well, he's having a good season on the book. That's like saying Trae Young's having a good season right now as well.
Trae Young's having the worst
season. There's a lot of things on the court.
Like that. Okay.
I don't know. There's just a lot of things on the court
the nerds overrating
that are just like pure mishaps that just kill the flow of basketball.
For sure.
I wouldn't say he's having a good season whatsoever.
Sometimes D'Angelo Russell, he has the skills. He's flashy. You want to think he's great. But sometimes he has terminal Dylan Brooks brain where he just takes over the offense in a very damaging way. He'll run a pick and roll, and they'll switch it, and nothing will happen. He'll back up, dribble a couple times, go into another pick and roll real slow, and next thing you know, there's 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and he's dumping it off to Rudy Gobert to do nothing. He sometimes just ruins the flow of your offense. But, with playing with LeBron, he's going to have to do less.
Yeah, you can't.
He can be the secondary ball handler, and we can get bench lineups that are him and AD running pick and rolls, and his life's never have been going to be easier than it is with this team.
Facts.
Like, we're going to have bench lineups that have Rui, Beasley, start from the top. D'Lo, Beasley, Rui, AD, Bamba. Like that's gonna be a bench lineup they use. That's gonna be pretty easy for him to dish out.
It's pretty
dunks.
It's pretty solid. And listen, if there's a difference between dumping the ball off with 4 seconds to Rudy Gobert, and then there's a difference to doing it with Anthony Davis. So that's probably still gonna be a solid play. Like if he can get into that with 6 seconds left on the shot clock, he'll be just fine.
Yeah. And it's like, even outside D'Lo, they have the point guard they need now with him that isn't an awful fit because he can't shoot. They got a shooter. They have a wing stopper. They have a 5 that can stretch the floor. They're not tiny. They check, like, pretty much all the boxes. Like, what would they need to really become a true contender? another high quality wing, I guess. But like, they have a lot of boxes checked.
I think this is the best that you could ask for. They give up one of those picks, not both, and then you put Dennis Schroeder. He's having a fantastic season, in my opinion. Shout out to him.
Shout out Dennis.
Put him on the bench in the best role I think that he's fit for. And you really can't complain, bro. They're nice all around now, and they're completely revamped as a team. This is an entirely different team, and now all you can hope for is AD to get back to his monstrous generational level of basketball he's playing for, that he was playing. And you're hoping that LeBron doesn't have to continue to carry consistently so he can save some of that juice for the playoffs.
No, he has to go all out to try to make the playoffs. But yeah, the best part is too, all these guys have at least one other year in their contract left. Malik Beasley has a team option, so if he's good, they keep him. If not, they say, fuck out of here. The only one is D'Lo will be an unrestricted free agent this year.
Yeah.
And now he has 26 games to prove that the Lakers should pay him, right? And what that means is, before this, going to it, next year they're going to be a point where the only people on the roster were Austin Reeves is going to be a free agent too, but restricted. But the only people they have was Austin Reeves cap hold, Rui's cap hold, a restricted free agent, Christie, LeBron, and AD. Basically zero depth on the roster going into next year. And now they have all these role players who will, in all likelihood, be here next year. So even if this year fails, they don't even make the play-in, LeBron gets hurt again, next year they have a foundation to be a good team with the whole offseason to build around this foundation they have. And that's all you can hope for, right?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Why you look like you just said a bunch of bullshit?
No, I mean, it's just like you have.
It's a lost season. You hope for next year.
You have LeBron and Anthony Davis, and we're like, oh, if they could be a good team, like that's cool. Like, no, fam. Like, you're trying to win championships. Like, you brought LeBron there to win championships. You traded for Anthony Davis to win championships. So answer me this: can they win a championship with this team?
Yes.
No. Even if it's next year.
This team.
No, even if it's next year, with this core going to next year, because let's say this is a lost season, this is how they gel for next year, and this is the core, same team, say there's no changes. Can they win a championship with the full season of this team?
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
What's the weakness? What's stopping them?
I don't think so. I think it's the thing that you mentioned earlier. I don't think that they have enough firepower outside of LeBron and AD. And if you're asking, listen, we've come to we've taken this for granted. LeBron is 38 years old and he's averaging 30 points per game. Eventually he's gonna stop averaging 30. Whether that means that he's gonna average 28.
That's 6 years ago, man.
No, I don't know. But to be asking the 39-year-old man to be playing high minutes in the regular season, be scoring 30 a night, and if Anthony Davis, like Mo said, if Anthony Davis doesn't get back to the level that he was at the beginning of the season, then no.
He's been good since he came back. What level? He's fine.
He's his last game, but I think he's still
fine. He was sick, apparently. Apparently he was sick. And also, nobody wanted to take shots besides LeBron. So, I'll take it with a grain of salt that he had a low-scoring number.
You know who did want to take a shot?
Russell Westbrook?
No.
Facts, bro. That picture's so funny.
That picture's so humiliating.
The iconic picture of LeBron hitting the fadeaway to break the record. Thomas Bryant's goofy ass is sealing under the basket, calling for an entry pass, ready to fucking dunk on Josh Giddey. Yeah. His goofy ass.
For him to even... Pose like that. It was his time to leave.
He said, "That's not what the coach called. That's not the play."
Yeah. Send me to Sacramento.
Exactly. But no, I don't think the Lakers can win a championship.
With this team, are they one move away? What do you think is that move?
That move would probably be something like, and it's never gonna happen because he never wants to leave. But they would have to go get like a Bradley Beal. They would have to go get. That.
Oh, I mean, yeah, if they get another star level player, sure. But I mean, within the realm of building around these guys with like the 2020 model with a lot of role players, they have a first round pick. Do they need another wing? Do they need a backup rim protector? Another point guard? Like, what do you see as the weakness?
Who do you not trust on this roster?
I think another wing. I think with LeBron and D'Lo, you're gonna have enough ball handling. I think with Bamba and AD, you're gonna have enough defense at the rim. I think. But now, if you're talking about Beasley, Rui, Troy Brown, like that's kind of your like core wings.
Vanderbilt and Reeves are good defenders.
But it's Reeves though, like it's just like
Reeves is nice.
He's cool, but he's Austin Reeves. You see what I'm saying? Like I need a little bit.
No, what are you saying? He's nice.
I need a little bit more firepower.
You're trying to say he's white.
I'm not. I need a little bit more. Now, if I was to say I need some more, bounce, some more athleticism, then maybe we can get into that conversation. But I need a little bit more offensive firepower, a little bit more offensive creation. Somebody like if they could go out and bring Kuz back, that would be interesting to me. right? If they could go and get somebody like an OG Anunoby, that type of stuff, that's the move that they need to make.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. They just need it's a talent thing, I guess. At some point, you just need one more. It just feels like you need one more piece.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you think, Mo? Can they win a title?
I think they can, but this, in my mind, like,
I think they can too.
I trust everybody on that roster. The only person I have questions about is, again, like D'Angelo Russell. Like, if a lot of Lakers fans on Twitter think that he was having as amazing season if he is, that he is, then why would the Minnesota Timberwolves want to get rid of him in replacement for Mike Conley, who's like 8 million years old?
Because they don't want to pay him.
I'll tell you why. Yeah, they're having impasses on his contract extensions, and there's a report today from one of the beat writers that apparently D'Lo hated the fuck out of Rudy Gobert. That he would like vocally like hate this guy and like refuse to throw him lobs, and it was like a big chemistry issue. So that's why they got Mike Conley, who has this connection with Gobert for the past couple of years, and will throw him lobs and make him feel comfortable. Apparently, D'Lo just hated that man with all his heart.
Yeah. On top of that, he wasn't playing that well on the court as well. There were just clear mishaps, and part of the reason why, because of that fucking Rudy Gobert. So
back-to-back spots. A guard hates playing with Rudy Gobert. You can't do nothing on offense. This bum Rudy Gobert on offense.
And it's so funny. Yeah, like he must be an annoying person because like nobody's mad at Robert Williams because he has no post moves. Maybe it's the amount he's paid. Maybe it's the cachet he has. Maybe he's just annoying and bitches and moans. But something about Rudy Gobert, there's a lot of bigs who can't do anything with the ball in their hands, but he gets hated on by his teammates for it. He must be so annoying.
He has to be. He's a lame.
He must call for the ball a lot. That's probably it. He must want the ball but can't do shit. Robert Williams is never calling for a post up.
He's on his 2K. He calls for the ball too much. His teammate grade.
Yeah, literally spams A.
That's funny.
Yeah. Let's move on to some of these other trades. We talked about the big three. There's a lot of moves on the edges because a ton of trades happened.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what the Warriors did. They essentially
Demon home.
They brought back Gary Payton.
But
to get Gary Payton, a man who they let walk in the summer because they didn't want to pay him go into the luxury tax because they're not go into it, but they're so far into it that every $1 million they spend, they pay $8 million in tax. So if they pay him $10 million a year, he would have been an $80 million player, if I do my math right. So they didn't want to bring him back. And now they concluded that it's time to give up on James Wiseman because we don't fucking play him. So they trade him in a 3-team deal to get 5 second-round picks back. They trade those 5 second-round picks to get Sadiq Bey. They trade Sadiq Bey for Gary Payton. Oh, no. They trade James Wiseman for Sadiq Bey. They get 5 second-round picks for Sadiq Bey.
Yeah.
Then those second-round picks become Gary Payton. So they traded their number 2 overall pick, prized possession they refused to draft LaMelo Ball with, refused to trade for a starter a couple years ago, to get a man back who they could have had for no assets this summer.
I feel like...
Explain this to me.
The reason why they did this trade is because they must have like been trying... I think I saw some report they were reaching really hard for OG Anunoby because of all the movement that was happening. Kevin Durant being the movement in the Western Conference. And also like
the Raptors are unserious. Fuck them.
So you kind of need to shore up your defense. And you just need more firepower like you were saying, Donovan. And OG Anunoby is that. And so it sounded like Gary Payton is just the backup. He was the backup option. We can't cash in. The Raptors are asking for way too much. Multiple first-round picks that we're not trying to cash in right now. We're not trying to give up Moses Moody or I don't know what the Raptors are asking for, but it just sounded like a backup option, a spare tire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it was reported they were trying to gear up to get OG, which if they would have had OG Anunoby and Andrew Wiggins as wing defenders with Draymond Green behind them, what?
Tough.
That's insane. But yeah, so I think a lot of this was financial too. They couldn't pay Gary Payton because the cost would have been so much. And by shedding Wiseman, they're shedding like another $90 million because he makes $10 million a year. So everything's financial with them because they're in a really sticky situation. So that's what it comes down to. But man, and it also James Wiseman's a sunk cost, right? Like at the end of the day, his value is gone.
I'm glad you said that. I don't think like it's not. This isn't a move where it's like, oh, it cost you something. James Wiseman wasn't playing. They had given up on him, and it was very clear that he wasn't going to turn into the number 2 overall pick or anything like that. At that point, that's just a title in front of his name, but it doesn't mean anything for James Wiseman because he's not good.
Yeah,
So
yeah, right.
Shout out them. They got Gary Payton back. The vibes are back. They're gonna try and make this run. I'm extremely happy because like I'm not even a Warriors fan, but seeing Gary Payton leave to the Blazers, that one kind of hurt last year because I was like, dang, like y'all should have made something work.
You care that much about the guy? Damn.
I like Gary Payton a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, Gary Payton's solid, but there's another player that I really want to talk about, or a specific team, and it's the Lakers rivals, or I don't know if you consider them rivals, but Isaac, the Los Angeles Clippers, for some reason, they kill every trade deadline.
They cooked.
It's so annoying.
Bro, they cooked.
How did they get Bones Highland, who is not a fantastic young player, but he's pretty promising in my mind?
For 1 second-round pick.
I thought it was 2.
Oh, 2. No, you're right. I'm looking now. It's 2.
Yeah.
2024, 2025. That's all it took? And they traded Luke Kennard. They did a few moves. They got Mason Plumlee. They waived John Wall. They got Bones Highland. They got Eric Gordon.
Oh my god!
And then they got one more piece. Who was it?
I don't remember the piece.
I'm trying to look.
Can't be that relevant.
Yeah, they got three second-round picks in Eric Gordon. Got rid of Luke Kennard. Got rid of John Wall. They
might bring in Russell Westbrook.
Entire bench.
They got Plum. They got Mason Plumlee. They traded away Reggie Jackson and a second-round pick.
Yeah, and now it seems like a foregone conclusion they're going to sign Russ, but it's not official yet.
Yeah,
but a lot of people think it's going to happen. We talk about the Lakers revamping their whole.
They're gonna sink themselves. They're gonna sink themselves by getting Russell Westbrook.
But I will say, Russell Westbrook on the Lakers making $40 million a year is a toxic asset. You want nothing part of your team. But Russell Westbrook on the Clippers making $2 million surrounded by shooters with a team that needs playmaking makes a little more sense. Any given game, you could bench him because it doesn't matter. He's a minimum guy. You don't have this resource allocation to him. It just makes the equation a little different. You know what I mean?
The moment Russell Westbrook misses 2 layups in a row, and they deadpan, and they showed the shot of Kawhi just deadpan on the sideline, and we all understand what that face means. I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, but then they just not play him. I'm surprised they got rid of Reggie Jackson. That was surprising to me. I thought they liked him. Now he's going to be on the buyout market.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of surprised. That was super surprising to me too.
We give the Lakers props for redoing their whole supporting cast around their stars because it wasn't working. So that's what they fucking did. They got rid of everybody and brought new names in. Good for them. They kill this shit every year.
Yeah, man, that was just so shocking to me, and it was weird to see how willingly the Denver Nuggets were to give up someone like that, Bones Highland, to someone in their same conference for so cheap too. In my mind, you couldn't have taken away one important asset to them, but you had to give up I don't know, maybe it was a financial thing too. I'm not 10% sure, but
it was a chemistry thing.
Yeah,
apparently he was having issues with wanting playing time and wanting a certain role and clashing with Mike Malone. Yeah. It was a personnel issue. So I get it if they feel like they have to trade him, but 2 second-round picks, they don't want to replace that for a win now team. They don't want a player.
Loss of a trade. Bro. Yeah, straight up.
How bad must it have been? They felt like they gotta trade him even if they get nobody back. That must have been toxic as hell.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, this man's family or close friends was calling Jamal fucking a bitch on social media.
Wait, with who?
He had one good year. Yeah,
I didn't see this. Please tell
Bones Highlands, one of his homies, were calling Jamal Murray a bitch on social media, saying, "Oh, he had one good year in the bubble, and now he thinks he all that or whatever." And Bones Highlands was following that dude, and he has history with that dude or whatever. So,
oh wow,
yeah. I'm sure people that watch that are following Nuggets beat writers and know the chemistry issues, will speak on it and are probably agree that Bones Highland had to go. But you can't be happy with 2 second-round picks, right?
After
not even
Gary
saying you get a first,
got traded for 5, you can't tell me that Gary Payton has more much value, bro.
True.
I mean,
5 is crazy.
The second-round picks, they're fine.
I know, but 5 is a lot. Just the number 5 is
5 to 2.
That ratio.
Listen, I know because everybody likes bucket getters. Most people probably say Bones Highland is better than Gary Payton. I don't know if I would say that, but he's not three picks different. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, bro.
No, but you overpaid because you had to rectify a mistake. On the open market, they're probably around the same value in terms of second round picks.
Looking at the rest of these trades, the Sixers finally got rid of Matisse Thybulle. Free Joel Embiid from the shackles of Matisse Thybulle's jump shot. Good for him. And they got Jalen McDaniels, who's a solid player.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Good for them.
Good for them.
There's also cost-cutting measures they got out of the tax, so whatever. Who gives a shit about their owner's fucking checkbook? So many small trades happened. I would care about Josh Richardson going to the Pelicans.
No, I did see it. I don't know how that like fits. That was one of the small moves that actually didn't impress me that much. I don't think it moves the needle for New Orleans, just because for New Orleans right now their biggest issue is that everybody's hurt, and so like swapping out Devontae Graham for Josh Richardson, I don't think it helps them. Yeah, like it's like okay, like if the money works, it's cool, but I don't think it's a lot.
We got to talk about.
Oh, we're going to talk about. No,
you can go.
I was going to ask you guys, is there a team that you expected to make a move but didn't?
I'm glad you said this. I'm about to bring these motherfuckers up. The Toronto Raptors are so unserious. I hate them. Masai Ujiri is a criminal.
Yeah.
They all week have been talked about as a team that's going to sell their pieces, going to make moves, keep the deadline interesting. They didn't trade OG. They didn't trade Gary Trent. They didn't trade Fred VanVleet. They didn't trade Pascal Siakam. They traded for Jakob Poeltl. They bought.
They gave up a whole first-round pick, which is good, but damn, for Jakob Poeltl again. Damn.
Why do they want to be mid so bad?
They are here to compete, Isaac. They want to win basketball games. They want
who
to
are they
win
competing with?
games.
The Orlando Magic? Ugh, fuck. They're a lottery team by far.
The entire league so hard, bro.
They're a play-in team, and you will respect them as such.
No, I will not. Fuck that mid-ass team.
Right.
They should have traded Gary Trent for first. They wanted too much for OG. They should have taken the 2 first-round picks they could get for him purely for my entertainment's sake. Because I'm tired of seeing this boring-ass team and then pump faking us with saying they're going to do deals and them not doing it.
Yeah,
listen,
absolutely,
dude. I can't even cap. Like, they should have traded somebody. they got to get rid of somebody, man.
Man.
I thought Fred was gone. I
didn't think him. I thought OG was good as gone. I thought Gary Trent was gone as fuck.
I always felt like OG to me is starting to move into the John Collins space where his name is just going to be in the conversation. And I feel like when we talk about like 3-and-D guys and people who could do just a little bit more, OG is the poster boy for that, and every team wants him. But the Raptors are gonna be like, well, he's the number 1 3-and-D guy, so I'm gonna need a king's ransom for him, and they're never gonna.
It's so crazy.
They're never gonna get it.
They've made him so overrated.
He's an all-star, bro.
Yeah, 3 first-round picks. Kiss my ass. It's OG Anunoby. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
He's a good player, but he's not a star. Like, what the hell?
Treat him like he's damn Paul George or something. Like, relax.
Facts, literally. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Kick rocks, Masai.
Bro. Toronto Raptors, annoying. Another team that I thought was going to make a move was the Miami Heat. I thought they were going to get off of Kyle Lowry, but they didn't end up doing any much.
They should have gotten something.
Hey, they might sign Russ.
Huh?
They might sign Russ.
Please don't.
That's so nasty.
Please don't. He would fit culturally with what Miami does. They don't need him on the team. They don't need him on the team.
They kind of do need him on the team.
That's a nasty fit with.
They kind of need a point guard.
I wouldn't like Russ on that team, bro. That's kind of.
I do because I wouldn't like Russ on any team in particular besides the Clippers. But they need a point guard. Is Reggie Jackson the answer for them? Do they sign him?
Yeah.
I'd rather sign Reggie Jackson than Russ for that team specifically.
Okay.
Bam Adebayo is finally snapping this season, and I think you still wouldn't want to continue to give him as much space as possible so he can continue the things that he's doing right now and eventually ascend to whatever the Miami Heat believe he can ascend to.
Could you imagine Russ, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo lineups? Ugh, spacing fucking felony right there.
That's torment right there. I don't want to think about that.
You need to have Tyler Hero out there chucking up 10 threes to keep it honest. Gross.
It's terrible.
Yeah, nah. Can't be moving like that.
Dang, Russ is really going to be out the league next year. That's wild.
Nah, he'll be somewhere. He's just going to be a minimum guy, which sucks for him. Like, he's going to try and get paid. He's not going to be out the league, though.
That's really wild. I've been saying, wow, that's crazy. Nah, he's done.
Man.
He's done.
Listen, man. That's all the major deals. There's a lot of other small stuff. We don't got to talk about Jay Crowder. We don't got to talk about George Hill or Serge Ibaka.
Or Svi
That's all the major trades. So. It was a crazy deadline. Yeah. I loved it. People were talking about this might be a quiet one. It was not.
It was fantastic, bro. This trade deadline reminded me of back in 2019, summer of 2019, or whenever Kawhi Leonard got traded to the Toronto Raptors.
He got traded in summer. 2019.
Yeah, it was summer, and he got traded like at 4 or 5 a.m. and my ass is awake, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And something similar happened. A top 5 player got moved, so it was very, very, very reminiscent of that time. Fantastic.
Yeah. All right, man.
Wait. Real quick. Before we get out of here, I gotta say my piece.
We're not getting out of here. We got TikTok time coming.
Yeah, I'm saying before we transition, whatever. I got the Knicks, man. We gotta talk about this Josh Hart real quick. The Knicks get Josh Hart for Cam Reddish and a protected future first round pick. I like Josh Hart a lot. I think that he's a good player. I think the mismanagement from the Knicks is absolutely ridiculous.
I was gonna say, what the fuck does he know about cameras?
I would like Tom Thibodeau fired for this. I truly.
Tom Thibodeau's not the GM.
No, wait, is he the one who made that move?
No. Tibbs is the one who refused to play Cam Reddish, and he's the one that after the Knicks went and invested just a little bit in Cam Reddish, but in a talented young player who has the ability to score, and just sit him on the bench when you have very limited depth, when RJ is not playing the way that he needs to, when Quentin Grimes, before he was inserted into the lineup, Cam Reddish should have played a lot more than what he did. And I think it's clear, right? It's clear that Tom and the front office are not aligned on everything. And you can see it in the small stuff, and it's gonna spiral into the big stuff.
Okay.
And I think that this is a fireable offense. I think it's time to change direction, because if you can't agree to give a talented 22-year-old some minutes last year and this year, when you're not like a top team, and you're still trying to like build and develop and do all that, and now you have to give up a first to give him away. That's terrible.
They didn't give him. They got Josh Hart. Josh Hart's good.
You gave up a first and a talented young player.
You keep saying talented. Have you considered the fact that maybe there's a reason 2 teams in a row haven't wanted to give him minutes and nobody wanted to give up a pick for him? I think maybe he fucking sucks.
I think both teams honestly mismanage Cam Reddish.
Maybe he sucks and is not coachable. I don't know. Like, maybe there's a reason.
I truly think that. I like Josh Hart. I like the fact that Josh Hart is on my team now. The way that we got here, I'm not happy with.
Okay, it's a process that matters more than anything, and you hate that he wasn't given a chance. I get it.
Yes.
I hear the crayon eaters in the back saying "Tiki Talk time, please," and I think we gotta go ahead and get to him.
Sven does not want to talk about Cam Reddish. Mo doesn't want to talk about Cam Reddish either. He knows.
I love Cam Reddish.
He's the one that got away.
I damn near had a stroke when I found out he was traded to New York. All right,
at least your team got a pick for him.
But he just thinks that he can be like the face of a team or one of the faces of the team, when that's just probably not going to be his role.
They don't let him.
I have a feeling there's probably a reason 2 teams don't want to play him. I'll say that. We don't know for sure. We're not in these locker rooms, but there's probably a reason.
Yeah, his best basketball that I've ever seen him play, not in his entire life because he was a fucking monster in high school, but in the playoffs, the 2021 playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals, he was coming off of an injury after months and coming back. He came back as a completely different person in the most important basketball game of his life, and he was given the business to Chris Middleton, talking trash. Cam Reddish usually is a player who's like to himself, a Kawhi Leonard type who's just more reserved, didn't show too much passion. But that series right there was like a game changer. And I guess after that series, he was like, yo, I'm him. Like, they should want to prioritize me, start me over DeAndre Hunter, crazy shit like that. And he just wants a bigger role, a big enough role. And I don't think that there's any teams in the NBA outside of maybe the Detroit Pistons right now.
Trade him to San Antonio, man. Get Cam Reddish to San Antonio so he can hoop.
Oh, you think
free Cam Reddish?
You think Pop is allowing that?
I think Portland's gonna give him a chance. Portland has him and Shaedon Sharp as his 2 young wings. I think they're gonna give him a chance.
Yeah, for sure. But I'd rather play in this year little ahead of
or they're gonna have to see me. They're gonna have to see me if they don't.
Speaking of Portland, they're down in the dumps right now, man. They made all these moves in the offseason.
They suck.
And now they're just like,
yeah, and then
gonna miss the playoffs again.
And they sold Josh Hart. They're terrible.
Yeah. So be it. Let's talk about these motherfucking TikToks. It is TikTok time. We're an hour in. We're flying through these. I'm tired. It's late. It's a big trade line day. Let's get some fucking content made.
Let's do it.
Go.
As you guys know, as always, we start off with the draft. Today we're doing a draft of the best shooters of all time. And so we're not drafting like this is the best shooter. This is the second best shooter. We're drafting starting 5 still, but with the general theme of good shooters.
All right.
Makes sense?
Let's go. Yeah.
So who got the first pick?
Let's draft starting lineups with the best shooters of all time. Wait, I said starting. Fuck. Let's draft NBA lineups with the best shooters of all time.
Perfect.
Let's do it. Who has the first pick?
Who had second pick last time?
Donovan,
you did. You have first pick. It's Donovan, Mo, me.
What?
Yeah. Remember Donovan picked Thanasis second last time?
Oh, true. Yep. All right, first pick, greatest shooter ever. Give me Stephen Wardell Curry.
Yeah, easy pick. Whatever.
Okay.
I won.
Fuck. All right. Well, now this is kind of the gray area. It's like Steph Curry, then it's everyone else. So I'm gonna have his backcourt partner. Give me Klay Thompson.
Again, easy pick. Whatever. For number 3 and number 4, give me Ray Allen and Kevin Durant.
Okay, I like that. Is it my turn?
I'm gonna get my wings sorted right away.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me Damian.
How do
Lillard.
we still get confused by snake traps?
Yeah. Give me Damian Lillard.
Would you pick? Okay,
Dame.
that's a good pick. One of the most lethal off the dribble shooters. I like it.
Yeah. The difficulty in the type of shots that he takes need to be accounted for. He's him.
For sure.
All right. That's cool. Wait, who'd you take, Isaac?
Ray Allen and Kevin Durant.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. All right. For my 2, give me a similar off the ball type of player. Give me Rip Hamilton.
That's a horrible pick. What the fuck?
At my 2.
He's a professional seller, man. Oh my goodness, Donovan, you are trash at these. Holy shit.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna act like Rip Hamilton's not. We're gonna act like Rip Hamilton is not a good off the ball shooter. Like he's not a good player.
Go ahead, man. Keep going.
All right. Next up, give me Dirk.
Good pick. Real good pick. I like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Shut
go
up.
ahead and
Shut up. Go. Mo.
go ahead. Give me the best shooting big man of all time, Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay.
Your team is soft now. You lost.
Soft my ass, bro. I got Dame, Clay, and Cat. I'm winning this. Let's go. All right, Isaac, who you got?
At my small forward, Larry Bird. Easy.
Yeah.
And then at point guard, give me one of the most talented off the dribble shooters of all time. Give me James Harden.
Okay.
We're talking about shot difficulty and impressiveness. Underrated as a shooter.
Okay. That's solid. So, wait. Can you repeat your team so far one more time for me?
James Harden, Ray Allen, Kevin Durant, Larry Bird. I'm cooking y'all.
All right.
Donovan?
It's on you, Mo.
Okay. So,
Silence.
Mo just doesn't understand. Like, it's 3 people in the snake draft, bro. Like,
no, I know. I just had to make sure that he didn't get the
Back to
player
you.
that I was
List
going to
out.
get. So, I got Dame, Clay, and then I got Cat. So, I needed 3, and I also needed
about
4.
Rip Hamilton.
You're crazy. You're still disgusting for that, bro. I can't believe you did that. So, naturally, damn, I don't want to do this. Let me just get someone easy. Give me Paul George. He's a great shooter.
Okay.
Yeah, solid.
I guess.
Better than Rip.
Okay. Paul George can't run. He can't run with Rip. Anyways, he can't run around them screens. All right. At my 3, give me Reggie Miller to play my 3.
Yep.
Okay.
That's nice.
And then for my 5, give me Jokic at my 5.
Okay.
Okay. That's kind of clunky, but that's solid. Yeah, that's not a bad team at all. All right.
We just got mad movement. We're just running all over the place.
Mad movement.
Yep.
So I got Dame, Clay, PG, and Cat. That's a great team. That is a fire team, actually.
It's looking good. How you gonna fill this last four spot?
Now that's very pivotal because the 4 spot is very important. To fill my last 4 spot, Dirk is gone. Cat.
There's a lot of options for stretch fours. There's a lot to do here.
And watch him sell.
Yeah, my mind is blanking right now. My CTE kicking in.
every draft we have, you do this. Your mind always blinks. You just never know. You can never imagine players.
There's just like so much out there.
There's so many to choose from. What do I do? Oh no, really can't think of any.
I don't want to say what I'm.
Go ahead and do it.
Say it. Go on. Keep it going.
Say it.
Throw me some names.
No, it's TikTok time. Say it.
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Y'all usually give me names. This is how we doing it right now?
Exactly. Do this on your own.
Y'all
Be a man.
assholes.
Grow up.
All right, give me Porzingis.
Okay, that's not a horrible pick.
Porzingis.
I got a
and
great
Cat.
team.
For my center,
I'm bullying.
give me the, what do they call him? There's a nickname he has. Fuck, I can't remember.
He
Your CTE kicking in.
Yeah, I know the player. He had a funny nickname. It's something Tower. Is it
What's
Stifle
his name?
Tower? All right. For my center, give me the most unexpected stretch five in NBA history. Give me Brook Lopez.
Oh,
Splash Mountain.
okay. Splash
Give me
Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
There we go. Yeah, that's nice.
All right. Isaac got this one.
Isaac got it.
Oh, I absolutely got it. Come on.
Your team is not better than mine. Let's get that straight.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get that
Comments
straight.
gotta break his heart right now, bro. That's crazy.
I have Steph and Dirk on my team. What are we talking about here?
You got Steph and Dirk, but you also have Rip Hamilton. You lost.
Rip Hamilton was a crazy pick for that point of the draft. You picked a mid-range specialist? That
You
was
picked
wild.
Rip before Reggie Miller? Oh, you insane, my boy.
And I still
my
got
God.
Reggie.
Oh
What are we talking about?
my God.
Nobody in the comments is going to be like, oh, I would have picked Rip Hamilton. That was such an
And
unexpected
that's
pick.
fine. They don't know ball. All right? That's okay.
That's fair.
okay.
That's fair. Okay. Next up, we're going to do another tier list because y'all guys loved when we did the point guard tier list last week. So we're going to do a shooting guard tier list.
Okay.
Let's put these NBA shooting guards into a tier list. First off, Jaylen Brown.
He just broke his face.
I forget the tiers, to be honest. He's right below
S, A, B, C, D, F.
Yeah. I think he's A.
I think A.
Yeah, he's got to be A. He's not quite S, but he earned his way out of B this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
A easily.
He's got to
Okay,
learn how
cool.
to dribble, though. That handle is disgustingly wild.
Dribble consistent.
What about Donovan Mitchell? Is he S?
S,
Yeah.
easy, S.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Because
question.
him and D Book are neck and neck for best shooting guard in the NBA, so he's got to be S.
Yeah.
And we could throw Devin Booker in there as well as S too.
S, easy. I don't even have to think about that.
Okay. Desmond Bane.
I think Desmond
I wanna say
Bane
B.
is well,
He's B, but he's B plus. Like he's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He's B though. He's not A. He's not as good as Jaylen Brown yet.
Yeah, he's not at all, but he's B.
but like early season Desmond Bane?
Oh, when he was averaging 25 points per game, he was
that
nuts
was
before he got
crazy.
hurt.
That was
This
crazy.
is
But
right
yeah,
in the middle.
okay, we can go B.
B.
We can go B. That's fair.
What about Zach LaVine? He's kind of fallen off a little bit.
I want to say B to be
He's not C though. He's not C.
He's
not
C
C.
plus.
Nah.
He's B
you're
still.
crazy.
He's inconsistent.
He is
His
inconsistent.
knees are coming out from under him, and he's still not like a great defender. So
You
like,
see all that?
I'll
You're
say
going to be
I'll say
sick
C
as hell
plus.
when the Knicks trade
He's
for
still
him
in
this
B,
summer.
but he's teetering. He needs to step it up a little bit.
What'd you say, Mo?
B. I say you're going to be sick as hell. You saying all that, but you're going to be sick as hell when the Knicks trade for him this summer.
I know I'm gonna be mad. I don't. This is just too much money.
Yeah, I see. I get you. What about Terry Rozier? I think Terry Rozier is a definition of C.
That's my guy,
C,
Terry.
yeah.
Scary
His
Terry.
bag
Put him
is
in A
fantastic, though. He
tier.
has a beautiful game to watch.
He's underrated as a shot maker. He's one of the best dribblers in the NBA. He doesn't get that attention.
Absolutely. The finesse, the swag, bro. On and off
C
the
tier,
court,
though, right?
crazy. C, yeah.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't be biased in Terry Rozier talks. Y'all got it.
C.
Okay. Man, loves him some Terry. It's crazy.
That's my
Damn.
guy.
Scary.
What about Klay Thompson? So Klay
B.
Thompson started slow this year, but he's been better now. Is he back in
Kind of
B?
back. Yeah, he's kind of back. B.
Okay. We'll give him B. Early season
B.
Klay was like, oh, fuck, is he D? But no, he's B again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jalen Green.
Oh,
C.
man. I think he's C.
He's C.
Bro, y'all are too kind. That man is D tier. That man is
He
not
still
good
has
right now.
potential. That's why I'm putting him in C.
Man, we're grading him as right now as a player. He is not as good as Terry Rozier.
No.
He's on the
He's gotta
same
be
tier
D.
as Terry Rozier,
Listen,
which
I
is
mean, he dropped
disgusting.
41 the other night though.
That
Yeah.
was 2.5 weeks ago. And he hasn't done shit since.
That was last night.
Oh, he did it again last night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember he did a couple nights ago. A couple weeks ago whenever we had that video where I said disappointing. The next night he had
Look at
40.
that. So many 40-point games you can't even remember. Put him, put him in
The
C tier.
NBA these days, man.
Nah, that man's D tier. That man's D tier as fuck.
D, I think he's C.
Mo
That's crazy.
decide.
C.
Let's go.
Y'all just love hoopers.
Yeah.
It's a pretty man too. What can I say? Pause.
Okay. Next up, let's have a little discussion for a TikTok.
Okay.
Who are the most unguardable players in the NBA right now?
All right, so easy.
Who are the most unguardable players in the NBA right now?
All right, so easy. KD is unguardable.
Yeah, he shoots over everybody. You got to be in there.
Jokic can't do.
I'm glad you said this.
Can't do
I think
anything.
Jokic is definitely up there. You can't throw doubles at him. He'll dice you up at passing. You can't guard him one-on-one. He'll finesse you with footwork in the post. There's no answer.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so irritating with Jokic because he's slow as hell and he doesn't have
and it don't matter. He's gonna cook you
a
regardless.
flashy game in the traditional way, and it's beautiful.
Old man
to
at the
watch.
park.
So he's exactly unguardable as hell. Steph obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know if Steph belongs in this conversation. Steph's one of the best offensive players for sure, but I think you can scheme. I don't know. I'm not say that.
No. He shifts
unguardable.
Unguardable.
Okay. Are we putting
can't
Luka in
assign
there?
one player and be like, "Yo, do this to him." If you're like, he has a similar effect to Jokic in my mind offensively, where he just influences everything rather than just like one-on-one. Of course, he can do one-on-one, but
you're right. Yeah, he's
he
impactful.
shifts an entire defense.
Yeah. We'll put Curry in there because if you throw doubles at him and stop his movement off screens, he's gonna allow the offense to keep rolling and create open shots for others. So I'm with that.
Yeah.
Are we putting Braun in there naturally?
Yeah, for sure, easy.
Yeah, he's Braun. Like, come on.
It sounds like we're just naming the best players in the NBA. Throw in Giannis, I guess, too. Fuck yeah, whatever. Bleh.
So to take us away from the most, so aside from the top 5 players in the world, Kyrie Irving, he's in there, right?
Oh, no. Easily.
You're not putting Kyrie in there?
No, I'm not.
Why?
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 Why not?
Because I could put a little bit of length on Kyrie, and I can slow him down. I can also get Kyrie to kind of just go down a rabbit hole. I think that there's a tier of guys that I wouldn't put them as unguardable because I feel like I can get them to guard themselves. And with Kyrie, I think that he fits into.
You acting like he's Ben Simmons. What the hell? That was such a nasty statement.
I feel you. All we gotta do is show Kyrie a Pfizer logo, and he's losing his mind. So
that's what I'm saying.
Game within the game, honestly.
Exactly.
Don't let me show him Jonah Hill. It's over.
Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah.
Cut that.
Oh my god.
I'm not getting that. That's going to TikTok.
That's crazy.
Bro, we try to get
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny as fuck. So I don't even know where to go with that. Is Joel Embiid in there?
No.
Nah. So, yeah, like Giannis and Jason Tatum, they're probably not in there.
Yeah,
No.
I won't put Jason Tatum in there, but I would put Embiid in there because there's just so much. It's overwhelming in my mind.
No, I don't think Joel Embiid is unguardable. I think Joel Embiid is another guy where you can bait Joel Embiid into settling for threes all day.
Okay,
I think if like obviously if all of these top guys decide like I'm getting 40 tonight, then like they're gonna go and get 40. But like on a consistent basis, in terms of unguardableness, no.
Okay.
You can bait him for sure.
Let's do the next segment. Let's get out. We got 2 more segments left.
Let's go.
Now, let's do a game of 20 questions first. Let's get a video of that.
Okay.
You want me to do the player this time?
Yeah, I did it last time.
Okay, I'll do it this time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who do I want to do? This is going to be funny. Okay. Y'all got 20 questions to guess the NBA player I'm thinking of.
Okay. Is this person a front court player?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Was he drafted after 2015?
No.
Okay.
Is this person considered a good shooter?
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody would say that.
Okay.
We're at 3.
Is this person light skinned?
I'm counting. A little bit. He's a little caramely.
Caramely?
He's lighter than Donovan, but he's not light skinned. He's not Drake.
Okay.
All right. Is this person's primary team in the Eastern Conference?
Ooh, what's his primary team? He has one famous team in the East, one famous team in the West.
One famous team to use one famous. Was he Donovan? This is a question to you. Was he a front court player?
Yes.
He's a front court player. Okay.
Okay. Is this player an all-star?
Yes.
An all-star. Okay.
I should have clarified. I need more clarification on that. Dang.
Wait, why you say that, Donovan?
Because like he could have been an all-star at any point in his career, or like if he's an all-star like this year.
Okay. Was he drafted after 2010?
No.
No. Okay.
Is this player still in the league?
No.
No. Has this player ever been memed out before?
Yes. Yes.
Has he appeared in any like?
You said memed out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, memed out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Has he been on like ESPN or anything of that nature?
Has he been on TV?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not
Is this
in the league anymore?
Paul Pierce?
This is not Paul Pierce.
That's a pretty good guess though.
And he was an all-star. Okay. Not Paul Pierce. Okay. He's old, Donovan. This motherfucker's old. And he can't shoot. Oh, he can't shoot. I forget about that.
Yeah,
okay.
He wouldn't be considered. One famous team in the East, one famous team in the West.
So, Donovan, do your central, whatever the fuck you do, bro. Do your divisions.
No.
Don't ask the same questions every time. We always do that. Keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Bro.
He has a.
This is our strategy. Trying to hand.
This isn't about strategy. This is entertainment.
Did this person play in the 1990s?
Yes.
Oh my god, he played in the 90s.
Okay.
Who the hell's gonna guess this? Okay.
Man, that's terminal 13-year-old brain.
He's an all-star. He has a famous team in the East, famous team in the West.
Okay.
Got bands in the East, bands in the West, Rockstar.
You got 12 questions.
Has he ever been in a dunk contest?
I don't know the answer to that, so I won't count that.
Okay.
Okay.
I just don't know.
So that's like in the air,
Has this
Donovan.
person won a championship?
No.
No championship.
Why do I feel like
with the
I feel like I have it.
How many questions are we at, Isaac?
13.
I want to take a guess, Mo.
With the teams that he's been on, do they have red on it?
Yes. Yeah.
Is this Scottie Pippen?
This is not Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen has a championship, dingus.
Oh fuck!
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
Okay, I'm gonna take a guess, and then we have 4 left to go.
Okay.
Is this Charles Barkley?
Bro. This is Charles Barkley.
Okay. Man, the TV question. That was a great shit, Donovan.
Let's go.
You're like, did he win a championship? I was like, famously not. He does not win a championship.
Let's
Damn. That was great. That was great.
We still never lost. We've always won.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's keep this shit going.
Let's go.
All right, one more TikTok and us, and we're out of here.
Lit.
We're gonna talk about all-time fantasy duos. So, which NBA duo would be better? Which NBA duo would be? I can't talk. Which NBA duo would be better? Which NBA duo would be better? Steph and Wilt or Bron and Kobe?
Time out. Before we start, Mo, you are disgusting. You are chewing on your retainer like you're Steph Curry. You're nasty. Put that back in your mouth, bro.
Oh, well, you
keep it in your mouth,
time
please. Please.
Bro, it's a bad habit.
You are not Wardell. Please.
I'm gonna be off these in a minute. It's a bad habit. It's Invisalign, man. God damn.
That's
Get
hilarious.
off my case. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. Recoup. Steph and Wilt or Bron and Kobe?
Woo, that's tough. That's
so tough.
Give me
LeBron and Kobe.
Give me Bron and Kobe
For the culture.
Okay.
Yeah,
bro. Just that wing duo and just having that playmaking and scoring together.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
There's no weakness with that wing duo, but there are weaknesses for a big and point duo. So give me that wing duo.
Okay. That makes sense.
Michael Jordan and Derrick Rose or Hakeem and James Harden?
Give me Hakeem and James Harden.
Rose.
Facts, bro. I know he's the GOAT, but Hakeem and Harden is a crazy pick and roll duo.
What? James Harden is cooking Derrick Rose.
annihilating Derrick Rose.
He's tearing his other ACL with a crossover. It's not it's not close. James Harden and Hakeem is disgusting.
Damn. I get it. If you want to pick
Hakeem is top 10 all time too. Like let's please respect
that is
Hakeem.
True.
Facts. You got one of the best offensive guards of all time, the best defensive big of all time, who also has a bag. And I get it. MJ's the GOAT, but I don't think Rose holds up his end of the bargain here.
I don't care about none of that. I just want to see D Rose and MJ hoop strictly for vibes, bro. I don't care about that greatness stuff. Give me D Rose and MJ. Real hoops. Let's talk about it.
On his ball don't stop brain.
Yeah.
God, hate that guy. So let's go. Allen Iverson and Joel Embiid. I said it weird. Allen Iverson and Joel Embiid, or Giannis and Ray Allen.
Oh my goodness, this is so tough.
You give Giannis the best wing shooter of all time besides Clay? Oh
yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say Ray Allen and Giannis, bro. Like they're just.
I think I might take that too. Prime Ray Allen had handles. He could actually drive to the basket more than people thought. I think that combination is nasty.
Yeah, that's spacing. One of the best spacers with maybe the best finisher of all time. Crazy.
Yeah.
Though we got AI and Joel Embiid is insane bucket getter.
That is from a big to point combo. That is easily one of the deepest bags I've ever seen in my life.
It's ridiculous. Give me Giannis, but shout out that duo for real.
Yeah. Highlights for years, bro.
CP3 and Zion Williamson, or Devin Booker and Charles Barkley.
Woo! It's purely because I want to stay consistent in my I don't care about Devin Booker. Give me CP3 and Zion Williamson. Listen, CP3 is already a pick and roll master. If he's throwing lobs to Zion and can throw it 5 feet away from the basket, he could get that. That's disgusting,
bro. Young CP3 was so fast, such a good shooter, such a good passer. Oh my! Give him Zion.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with that. Y'all said it for me.
Yeah, Lob City juiced up.
Yeah. God.
Kawhi and Blake Griffin versus KD and Jason Kidd.
Ooh.
I think Kawhi and Blake Griffin have more juice.
No.
Bro, give me KD and Jason Kidd. Give me Kevin Durant, this amazing bucket getter with an amazing passer who can cover up his flaws. Easy.
Thank you. Blake Griffin was soft for all them years. I don't want him. He
Prime Blake Griffin
was soft.
Was nasty.
And he didn't jump over a car. He jumped over the hood of the car. It's much less impressive.
No, we're talking about
it was a marking scheme.
Blake Griffin. That was prime Blake Griffin right there, who could do it all. Give me him. Give me him and Kawhi.
This is revisionist history. Blake Griffin was never that good. What are we talking about?
He was nice in Detroit's first year. What? Let's not talk about that. Come on now.
Stop it. Don't make me call Zach Randolph. He will bully him all day.
Okay.
You got it.
Luka and Dirk versus Tatum and Larry Bird.
Luka and Dirk, man. Luka and Dirk's crazy.
Yeah, Luka and Dirk is insane.
Like, listen,
Luka and Dirk is nuts, but Tatum and Bird, that's like the best wing combo ever.
I think you have the inside scoring. You have the inside and outside scoring from Dirk. And then Luka, who can make absolutely any pass possible. Luka's passing ability is the one thing that stands out among all four of them. Even though that Bird was
an unguardable pick and roll.
Even though that Bird was a great passer, Luka is on a different level. And so I'll take him. I'll take them.
Yeah. Literally unguardable pick and roll. Imagine what people the Mavs hope to have some insane pick and roll with KP and Luka. Now give him the best possible version of KP times 10. Incredible.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm taking that one as well. Luka and Dirk all the way.
Yeah. I said that was our last segment, but I forgot. We have one more. We're going to quickly do a TikTok version of the trades real quick. We're going to grade them for each team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll fly through these real fast. Let's give these. I want you to give these NBA trades a grade. Wait. Actually, let's do 1 to 10. I want y'all to rate these NBA trades 1 through 10.
Okay.
How's the best? What do I usually say for ratings?
What do you rate these trades on a scale of 1 to 10?
I want y'all to rate these NBA trades based on how good they were for the team.
Okay.
The Lakers 3-team deal to get D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley.
That was a
10.
9. That was a 9. I think the only thing that could have been better is if they got an actual star. But like they got Russ out the paint. They got actual rotational players. They got some shooting. That's a win.
Shifting.
They freed LeBron James from the shackles of Russell Westbrook. Yeah. That enough is get you an 8. Add D'Angelo Russell. Add a wing stopper. Add a shooter. Got to be a 9.
Yeah, I feel like this is a 10 because you did all of this. A lot of people forget D'Angelo Russell was a former All-Star. You did all of this with just getting rid of 1 pick. This is easily a 10.
True. Yeah, getting 3 rotation players for 1 pick is kind of crazy.
Yeah. 10.
Okay.
No, fuck it. I'll give him a 10 too. It's a great move. Yeah. I'm with you. All right. The Warriors trading James Wiseman for picks, and those picks turning into Gary Payton.
That's a straight 5. It's a straight 5. It's a very average deal. You gave up a sunken cost in James Wiseman to go get your guy back. You brought him home. Everything is okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll rock with you. I'll give it a 5. On the surface, it looks crazy to trade your former number 2 overall pick for a guy you just let walk, but he's not a number 2 overall pick anymore. He's been washed. He's given them nothing. Now they have something from Gary Payton.
Yeah, he's going to Wong. He's going to be a Wong Dong Tiger.
Wong Dong Tiger. 5 second-round picks just to get a guy that you had last year again who's not moving the needle for you like that. That's nasty work, man.
Hey, Gary Payton's like that, all right?
James Wiseman was a waste of cap.
He was a waste of space.
Stealing money from the Golden State Warriors.
Facts.
He's a waste of space. True.
Shout out to him. I hope he does well with the Pistons, but thank God he's out of Golden State. Next one. Kevin Durant to the Suns.
That's a 10. That's a 10. You got Kevin Durant, and you didn't have to give up DeAndre Ayton. You were able to get a top, 5, 7 player in the world, one of the most unguardable players in the league. That's a win. That's a 10. Easy.
I'm going to give it 8 or 9. They're going to be incredible, but you had to give up so much to get them, and you're putting so much...
It's Kevin Durant, though.
And you're putting so much faith into 2 34-year-olds that are injury-prone. It can work out, and they can championship. That happens. Great. But there's some amount of risk involved. I can't give it a 10.
You have 4 attempts at this Kevin Durant experience, and I'm taking that compared to whatever type of success that you have with
CP3's
Mikal
old.
and Cam
We don't know
Johnson.
for 4 years they'll both be effective in championship level.
Who cares about CP3? You have Devin Booker and Kevin Durant for the next 4 years.
True.
At the end of the day, this game is based off of gambling, and Phoenix Suns made the right gamble.
Yeah, it's the right gamble for sure. That's why it's an 8. It's not. I'm not giving it a 5. It's just there's enough downside that it can't be a perfect trade.
Fine.
Fair enough.
Okay. Kyrie Irving to the Mavs.
I guess this is like a 6. This is
a volatile ass question, Isaac.
It's a 6. You get it. It's a positive trade because you bring a star in for not a lot of capital, but at the same time, I don't think that you necessarily get better this year.
You definitely get better. I'll give it an 8.
He might walk.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a risk involved because he's volatile and he might walk and just completely tank you because you lost all the assets for nothing. But there's a world where everything goes smooth with him. The culture makes him stay in line, and then you have an all-star that you got for 1 first-round pick. That could be enough to put them over the top and let them win a championship. So I'll give them an 8 because they have that upside.
3 different fan bases have said the exact same thing that you've had. The Cavs, the Celtics, and the Nets, and all those worlds failed. That trade is a 5, bro. I don't put no trust in that man. Hell no.
That's true. If there's anybody you want to take a risk on, I promise you it's not Kyrie Irving. He's the last one you want to risk
bolt
on.
striking me in my head and killing me.
But then again, this is the best chance they have to get Luka a real star, so I'm not mad at them for taking it.
Easy 5.
6.
Okay. The Raptors getting Jakob Poeltl.
4. It's boring. They traded him away a long time ago. They should have traded other people away. And again, it's Jakob Poeltl. He's cool, but come on now. We should have been doing something else. A 4.
Nah, you're being too generous. This is a 0. A 0. Purely because they pump faked us. We thought they were going to make it fun. They were going to trade their players, make this trade deadline more popping than it already is. And they bought and didn't trade anybody?
Yeah.
What are they doing? I hate this team. It's so boring.
How much better do they expect to get from this trade? Do you want to make the playoffs? You probably could now, but
they want to be the 10 seed so bad.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone fight to be so bad, bro.
Bro, trade OG, trade Gary Trent, do something.
The Chicago Bulls will give them a run for their money any day of the week. They love
that's a fucking mid off.
They love
mid off.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Mo Bamba going to the Lakers.
10.
That's like 7. I would say 7. Maybe
yeah,
8,
I'll give it a 7. Oh no,
maybe 8. Maybe 8. I like Mo Bamba.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah,
it was Pat Bevan, a second round pick. They were too small, and they had that contract and didn't give up any real draft equity that matters to get a big who can play next to Anthony Davis, spread the floor, block shots. It's a perfect fit.
Speak on it.
Yeah, absolutely. You couldn't ask for any more when it comes to a trade like that where you give up little to nothing, and this could be a high reward pick at the end of the day.
It gives him youth, spacing, defense. He's on the team next year with a 2-year contract. Mm-hmm. I don't see what they could have did better with that second round pick.
W. This is easily a 10.
Big old W. Put some fucking respect on Rob Pelinka's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Shaq West.
Relax.
That was just a soundbite for the TikTok. I don't care. But now I can confidently say to you that this episode is over. If you're still here, comment. Put some respect on Rob Pelinka's name.
No.
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 Comment that. Episode's over. Cut off. Bye.